Imagine for a moment that Jesus of Nazareth, the historical figure who lived over 2,000 years ago, suddenly appeared in our modern world. Not as a story or a symbol, but as a living, breathing person walking among us. How would that change things? What real effects would it have on society, religion, politics, and everyday life? This isn't about miracles or divine powers. Let's focus on practical, tangible consequences and challenges Jesus might face if he lived today. First, let's consider the social impact. The world today is vastly different from the ancient Middle East, yet many social problems persist. Poverty, inequality, conflict, discrimination. Jesus, known for advocating compassion toward the marginalized, would likely focus on these persistent issues. He might align with modern social justice movements, supporting efforts to reduce homelessness, fight systemic racism, or care for refugees. His presence could energize charitable organizations and inspire individuals to act. However, this influence wouldn't come without pushback. Powerful interests that benefit from the status quo, political leaders, corporations, or even religious institutions, might resist or attempt to silence his voice, seeing him as a threat to their power. Religion today is complex and diverse. Christianity itself has countless denominations, each with its own interpretation of Jesus' teachings. If Jesus appeared today, he might face skepticism not only from non-believers but also from religious groups who claim to represent him. Some Christians might question whether this person truly reflects the Jesus they know from Scripture, while others might embrace him wholeheartedly. Beyond Christianity, other religions might view him as either a prophet, a challenge, or irrelevant. In such a pluralistic world, his message would have to navigate religious politics carefully, or risk being dismissed or co-opted. Media would play a huge role in shaping public perception of Jesus today. The 24/7 news cycle and social media platforms would rapidly spread news about his actions and words. This could be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it would allow his teachings to reach a global audience quickly, empowering grassroots movements and raising awareness. On the other hand, the media's appetite for sensationalism could distort his message, turning him into a celebrity or polarizing figure rather than a humble teacher. Furthermore, misinformation and conspiracy theories would likely flourish, muddying the waters and making it harder for people to understand his true message. Politically, Jesus' teachings on justice and caring for the poor could challenge many current systems. Leaders might feel threatened by his calls for equity and mercy. We could see governments trying to suppress his influence or use him for their own agendas. Historically, figures who challenge power structures often face persecution or censorship, and Jesus would be no exception. However, his ability to inspire ordinary people to act could pressure politicians to reconsider policies around social welfare, human rights, and environmental protection. In terms of communication, Jesus was known for simple, relatable teachings and storytelling. Today, he might use modern tools, social media, podcasts, videos, to reach people. But unlike many online influencers, his message would likely emphasize real-world action over just words. He might encourage communities to volunteer, to help their neighbors, and to practice forgiveness in daily life. The challenge would be cutting through the noise of the internet and connecting with people in meaningful ways amid the distractions of modern life. Technology, while neutral, could be both an opportunity and a challenge. Jesus might leverage technology to coordinate aid during disasters, spread education, or advocate for ethical standards in AI and medicine. Conversely, he might confront issues like privacy violations, cyberbullying, and the spread of harmful misinformation. His teachings might prompt discussions about balancing progress with morality and human dignity. What about the personal impact? If you met Jesus today, he might not look or act like the traditional images we have. He would probably engage people where they are, listening more than preaching. His presence could challenge individuals to rethink their priorities, putting relationships, kindness, and service above material success. For many, meeting him could prompt a profound personal transformation, inspiring a life lived with greater purpose and empathy. However, skepticism would be widespread. Many people today expect empirical proof. Scientists, media, and the public would demand evidence beyond words or claims. Without miracles, convincing the world of his identity would be extremely difficult. He'd need to build trust through consistent actions, integrity, and genuine concern for people's well-being. In conclusion, if Jesus were alive today, his presence would likely disrupt many aspects of modern life. religion, politics, media, and social systems. His focus on love, justice, and service could inspire positive change, but also provoke resistance from powerful institutions. Meeting him personally might challenge each of us to live with greater compassion and humility. More than anything, imagining Jesus in today's world invites us to consider how we apply timeless values like kindness, forgiveness, and justice in a complex, fast-changing society. Thanks for watching. If this topic made you think, please like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more real-world discussions. What would you ask or say if you met Jesus today? Let me know below.